Thank you. You're forever. Your vibration is forever. Baba Hank, he asked me to share about the tools, about the medicines of the plant energy, the cannabis journey, the mycelium. I never remember how to say that, the word. It's mycelium network. It's psilocybin or psilocybin. Like we always mix that up. But those journeys, those plant journeys, the feedback from those journeys and how it combines in your ritual, your everyday. And the first thing what we just did, we just vibrated. That just lets you know everyone in here, we are all the source, we're all the filter, we are all tools, divine universal tools, as we are a mixture of gods and energies and beings. These are how you use your tools, and the first tool that you use, of course, is yourself. Activating with your breath. What we just did, different walks of life, we met here, but we all just activated a portal. We all just like energized everything just with the sound and vibration of our breath. The more that you intend and do that intentionally, every 10,000 hours, we just continue to spiral up. So whether that takes patience, consistency, going through trauma and whatever life brings you, but you continue to breathe through these elements and evolve, ascend, that's what you bring when you come here. You're still here, you're walking. We're all connected. We are spirits having a human experience. We are gods in this dimension. We are all like connected and interconnected. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here present. All right, so every time I may do energy things like, that's like, yo, that's our connection. So real quick, so, these glasses I'm wearing right here, this is another tool. These are the SunnStarrr glasses. They're actually, I wore glasses since 4th grade, contact lenses maybe when I got in 9th. I played basketball, all those kind of things. So I had to wear the sports goggles, man, on that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stuff. And you know, those things, if you're an athlete, those things fog up. So your eyes become a journey, even if something simple as wearing glasses. I've been utilizing these tools for like 9 years. I started manufacturing them 7 years ago. And I haven't worn my glasses or my contact lenses in 7 years now. So, you know what I mean? This is a journey in and of itself. So the pinhole therapy, it activates your eyes. And like the brother said, when you were speaking, you said your eyes, you take in information and project. That's very much another reality, another universal reality. Because part of our thing says seeing is being. So your eyes are more than, your vision is more than physical. When your eye muscles converge and they project out, like the things that you hold, how you hold your vibration and your energy, that actually literally helps project light. So when we do put glasses in front of our eyes the whole time, you know, so it keeps our eye muscles in atrophy. Your eye muscles will never get stronger with prescription eyeglasses, ever. Because like, you know, they're magnifying and refracting the light for you, and those things break down, right? So the minute you just get your eyes to converge a little bit and project, you got all this psychic energy and stuff going on through the eyes. So these are very much, they're called AMG, Star Alkaline and Meditation Glasses. And just the meditation of your eye journey. Some have crystals, like I have my first eye crystal here. I believe these are the quilombos, so this should be green adventine right here in like the orange colorways, but you have blue chalcedony on the inside, which helps nourish your eyes. You may have a first eye crystal here, because your first eye, your first place of your vision, your eyes, you know, that's your first eye, not just your third. Don't wait till then. Like you start in the psychic realm and those things. So this is another tool, right? So in connection to this, your breath, when we want to talk about the tools of the plant medicine, like those are the tools, they're just that. Like I grew up, you know, typical urban life, you know, we grew up rolling blunts and like all those, that medicine that we use to compensate for our urban experience. You know what I mean? So whether we're going through whatever walks of life, like, you know, I grew up in a neighborhood, you know, we had crackheads next door. Some people had 2 parents, some had 1, some had none, whatever. We can name it, we've heard it 10,000 times over in songs, in different stories, different movies, right? So part of our coping mechanism, we do grow up rolling blunts, Phillies, and that, a lot of times that's our first introduction into that particular plant medicine. Also, you may have, my family's from Belize, so I grew up looking up to like Rastafarian uncles and people. You see them with the ganja in their ritual and meditation. And even as a little young boy, like when I was like 8 or 9, I would like always look up to that, like, oh yeah, I would love to be wise. I wouldn't smoke it yet at 8 and 9 and 10, but once again, taking in that plant medicine, that image of a plant medicine, that was like one of my first associations. Like I looked up at it as a sign of wisdom. Alright. Also, other experiences like my house, once again, a Caribbean home, may have been a source for like lots of that plant medicine that they believe in and stuff. So we may have had interaction with DEA or drug raids and all those kind of situations from a very young age. So that's another interaction with that sacred medicine. As some people ban it and condemn it like 50 years ago, and now they're accepting it because it's very corporate now. Like we still have all those associations with that plant medicine. So by the time we take it up and we evolve, we manage all these situations of life, and we just use these tools to ascend. On that plant medicine journey, when we get very, very intentional with it, it's still just a tool. The ultimate thing is always going to be your breath. Your breath, how you harmonize, and how you bring it together. So then when you do go choose to utilize that ritual, whatever the ritual is, now you can just like experience the moment, because you're interacting your breath with that plant medicine, with everything that you've elevated so far. So it's a combination. You can't go to any book, you can't go any Google search and just be like, what's gonna happen if I take 0.5 of this particular species of mushroom growing here? Like, it's just gonna give you information for the left side of your brain. And I don't really wanna like come here with all the stats and figures of this is gonna happen. We just wanna get into the sacred respect and the sacred love of those plant medicines. And the sacred love of yourself, like what you are. You know what I mean? So we never want to take away that you yourself are divine. You yourself have the capabilities of redefining, recalibrating, and centering your energy and everything. So when we fast forward and then we want to combine that energy with, let's start with like a cannabis energy and all the different ways to intake. You just want to come with respect and reverence. Like say you really get into your meditations, you really need some relief from the stress that may be on your soul. A lot of people may roll up or want to roll up. So I think one of the first things that you want to respect when it comes to the plant medicine, even in cannabis, is your source. Make sure like where you're getting your cannabis, like love was poured into that plant when it grew it. Not like pesticides to keep all the bugs away. How it was grown, it really makes a difference if it was organically grown or not. Because now you're taking medicine into your soul. You know what I mean? You don't want to like put yourself at anything connected to the system as much as possible. They put Roundup in your food and your apples. They ain't breeding these things into the seeds. You want to stay away from that as far as possible. On the other hand, you are divine. No matter what you intake, you can overcome and transmute that. It does take work and effort, but sometimes just eliminate it from the beginning. Like, you know what I mean? If you have a chance not to intake the poison and those toxins, those extra toxins that just knock us off, whether it's chemtrail, like you can go down the list. They do everything to try to stop you because you are God. Like when you pay attention to yourself, all you're doing is bringing divine manifestations. All right? So the more you connect to that God with your breath, with these different journeys, just make sure your source is as pure as possible, whether it's like water, energized water, structured waters, any alkaline, like anything and everything you can do to combine. That's the ultimate effort, the motion, those connections that you're doing. So when you are going to your cannabis, you want to make sure you have a nice organically grown like plant that was loved, that was given with intention. So whatever form you choose to do it in, you get that, you have access to that. I'm a facilitator and a provider, but I'm really just I'm just connected to breath. So if you call yourself a priest, if you've been initiated, if you're a shaman, all these things. We're really just on a path, on a journey, and it just started from one breath. So many tens of thousands of cycles have occurred, and that's all we really are. We're just like breathers, like being present and connecting, like when we really get down to it. All right. So when you do intake this medicine and you use it for your journey, whether you choose to roll it, that organic material source, you definitely want to combine these with your breathing, whatever meditation that you know. Whether it was a Tai Chi, or Qigong, Zazen, just breathing slow, or some people go in through their mouth, in through their nose, out through the mouth. Whatever form you have to manipulate your breath, utilize that with your organic plant medicine. If you do choose to burn herb, for the last 3 years, I don't burn herb anymore. Because it is carcinogenic. Anything that you set on fire does create a reaction that goes into your body. You still get the medicine, but it is carcinogenic. You know what I mean? So carcinogenic is that chemical reaction, like when anything combusts or sets on fire. So when fire touches anything, that will have a slight reaction. So me, a couple years ago, I did my best. I was still going to deal with the plant medicine, but I was just trying to find ways to get away from putting it on fire. Right? That is one step. One way, you can decarboxylate your herb, get a very good decarboxylator. That takes your THC plant. You want to make sure you have a whole organic plant. All that Delta 8, Delta 9, those are all like, that's not the whole thing. That's a part of the piece, it's synthetic. You're not going to get the same, she is not in her full connection. You want to keep her, that spirit, that crystal. Like everything is crystals, like magnets, crystals, pyramids, like everything is a crystal. THC is a crystal, you're a crystal. So you're talking about a psychic reaction to a psychic being. So when you intake these things, you want to keep in line with all of that. When you drink more structured waters, those waters hold more crystal formation. So all you're doing is nourishing yourself. All right. A real cool way. So with that decarboxylate. So if you get I have a machine that decarboxylates it, and then so you just take that bud. The THC is now turned to probably THCA. It just means it's activated, and you don't got to set it on fire to get the benefits of that bud. You can take that decarboxylated herb and put it straight under your tongue for like 10 to 15 minutes. You put it under your tongue for 10 to 15 minutes, and because it's been sterilized, like, we go through a lot of, you cultivate, you grow, all the steps you take, a lot of people touch like that. Our stuff comes from farms in Oregon and stuff like that, but it goes through a lot of hands, right? So you do want to, if you are putting anything under your tongue going into your bloodstream, you do want to make sure it goes through that process of a really good decarboxylator, so it'll be sterilized and activated. You know what I mean? So you won't pick up all that extra stuff. But you could put that under your tongue for 15 minutes, then you could just swallow the herb. It's already cool, it's clean, and then you're getting a full plant experience. Now, when you have your ritual and you're going through your ride and your journey, that journey will probably start one little subtle way in 10 minutes. 1 hour after that, it'll go up like a wave. An hour after that, it'll go up like a wave. And you continue to have that kind of journey with that medicine of that particular strain for a nice 4 to 6 hour. And it's relative, so some people may need a larger dose, but we're talking about like a 0.3 of a gram dose being a full dose. Some people may only need a 0.2 of that decarboxylated blood. But that journey, that psychic journey as you're breathing, if you breathe, meditate, do the things that you do for that, and even just after that, just in your downtime or vibing with your peoples and your family, that'll be a very solid journey. You know what I mean? That's one way. Another way, you put it on an alkaline carrier. Like we deal with a lot of alkaline foods, alkaline, electric, keeping your body as electric as possible to increase your psychic connection. We have this other, probably another thing. You might hear a lot of people use edibles. Everybody say their story, like, I ate a little piece, I got crazy high, I didn't feel good. you know, it wasn't a good experience a lot of people had, or they have stories like that. Once again, if they didn't start from an organic herb, a lot of people, when you concentrate the oil for an edible, you're also going to concentrate those pesticides. So a lot of people say they felt paranoid, they felt that a lot of times you reacting to the chemicals that were used to grow that particular bud than your actual reaction to the real bud, right?
No, this one is
So,
water. They have
with that part, you can extract it into oil. We do an extraction with crystals, alkaline water, coconut oil, avocado oil, the bud, and we use that to make that end result. So it's like an avocado coconut, because they have like these, they just got the kind of fats that work well with that THC because it's oil based and it's a crystal. We put those on an alkaline carrier, like sprouted spelt, and then we sweeten it. And then also sea moss, real sea moss, like from Honduras and places where it's like thin, like thread, like the real sea moss. You gotta have a great connect for that as well. Soak it yourself. Put that baobab, or what do you call it, a baobab tree, or some people say baobab. Add that baobab powder. Baobab trees are 5,000 years old. They bear a fruit that's hard like a coconut and it's mad. It's like dusty inside when you crack it open. But that powder, amazing. We're very old. We're indigenous beings to this planet. Whenever you eat old stuff, all you do is activate things within you. You eat quinoa, spelt. These things that's 9,000, 10,000 years old. All you're doing is increasing your vibration. You eat all this new shit, carrots and all these hybrid things that didn't exist like 300-400 years ago. It just don't got that much electricity in it. Old shit got a lot of electricity, and you are electricity. You are this light being. Like, you know what I mean? I say new being, like new, like in you. We are new beings, realizing greatness. NRG, like we're this energy, and you can constantly, like, the more you electrify yourself, it's just eat old stuff, y'all. You old people, we are very old. So, all right, back to that. So putting that on an alkaline carrier. So that's sprouted spelt, coconut palm sugar, baobab, sea moss. The oil, depending which one we make, like a lemon ginger, all organic, or strawberry, or whatever. Do that, and with the crystals and just the intentions of when you're making it, that's another journey. Say something like that is about 75 or 80 milligrams, if you want to get into numbers, of THC. You could probably do half of one if you're a beginner, a whole one just for a ride, like for that dosage, but it's more than just the number. Remember I told you, it's more than just the numbers and if this is a gram, if that's a gram. It's the vibration. It's that vibration, it's what you're doing with it, it's your intention and everything like that. All right, so when you do that, when you do a star cookie or an edible that had that much intention put into it, most people rock edibles, they just get some box of mix or brownie thing, throw some concentrated weed that they got a good price for an ounce or what. That was their ritual. But when they concentrate on the low level vibration things, you get this super heavy medicated, strong dosage of this low vibrational thing to begin with. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. It's not good enough for you. You're a god. Like, you know what I'm saying? So certain things are not worthy to be in your midst. Certain things are not worthy to be in your body. You know? Yeah. Okay. And then so that was just real quick. And then also for the mycelium, you want to make sure, like, don't be threatened, like when you hear stuff about mushrooms and walls melting and blurring up or whatever. You do things in a microdose, anything from a 0.1 to like a 1.5 on that journey, and just once again, make sure the source of your mushroom, it was grown with love, grown organically, and had those good intentions. You can use a dosage like a 0.3 or 0.5 and be a nice journey in the beginning. Then you'll start to have your introduction with the plant. Mycelium has so many like ultra intelligences. It's like an oracle as well. So once again, you can't just look in a book or go online and say, what's 0.5 mycelium? No, it's your own journey. But start with that journey in small increments and then work your way up so you can make the most out of that. So just connect with me if you want like more information in direct connection to these products. So I'm talking about the mycelium, the cannabis, the decarboxylated, all those things are connected, and really it's just a journey. So I'm SunnStarrr. That's SunnStarrr, that's 2 N's and 3 R's, and the number 13. So SunnStarrr13 on IG, on anything like email and everything like that. And thank you, thank you for your presence. Like, I remember. Thank you.
That was awesome. Give me another hand. Okay. That was good.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Lloyd. Do your thing, man.
Yeah. Oh, do that.
You understand what I mean by that?
Partly.
No, not in LA, right?
You're the white
He's going to be using a cell phone when it moves in the reception. Like this, and then you go to play tennis like this, and you're fine. You go to hit the ball, so you got to show everybody that you're live and available. You're just using the phone, but you're training your cell phone. So what I do is look at
He called back to my name. So that's essentially a fancy word for being built to a high kitchen. That's what it is. I have a decode.
I go like that, so I have to go this way. Okay, that's what you look this way.
Yeah, decode. That's the generic.
All of that starts there.
Have you ever done like a yeah, that you know how to make it.